Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 334. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy, looking back, Slack fam. What's good, y'all?
What it do? We back in the building one more again for another Tuesday in sports. And today we close the chapter on college football season, and we're getting closer and closer to the end of the NFL season. So, football is one of our main things. But we got a lot of good news and already the offseason kind of starting up to talk about really quick. And then also we have actually a little bit of MLB news as well today. We're going to try to touch on that and then a little bit of NBA as well. So we're back to having, some pop-offs from all, our big three. And so that is super exciting. And definitely, as always, it's exciting to have our Slack family with us. So definitely want to shout out a few people that are in the building already. But as always, if you're watching live, please, the likes, the comments help. But if you're watching later, it still helps. We appreciate you guys and we see how you're engaging with the show. And we love that. We love having y'all as a part of the show. So with that, we want to welcome in Pops. Yep. We got Unk as well. We got Kells in the building. We got Cuzzo, Jerry. We got that's what's up. And then we got Jay in the building, and we got Kelly again saying, "I hate when football's on its way out." Yeah,
I know.
We're
depressing feeling.
Yes,
it's a depressing feeling, dog.
It's like we just got to squeeze out the last joy we can, and hope to enjoy the last bit. But we also got Anthony Weston in the building. What's good? I know it's unusual for him this time of year to not have anything going on. But before we jump into the topics, I do want to plug again our Super Bowl squares. We'll be having that in our show in a couple weeks, where we'll do the drawing, right before the Super Bowl. But in the meantime, we're going to give out squares for all of the winners of each week on the Yahoo, and then we got squares for sale for $5. I know Mom scooped up some, but again, hit me up so we can get those locked in. Want to get that grid filled out as soon as possible, and excited to check that out. All right, let's start with NFL playoffs. Before we get to the offseason, NFL playoffs, we had some really great games. Bills, Broncos, Bears, Rams, Texans, and the Patriots, and then the Seahawks and the 49ers. So all of the games were like OT or like last possession type games, except for that 49ers and Seahawks. So I want to go ahead and start with that one and just get that one out the way before we jump into some other ones. But Seahawks just dominated the 49ers from the rip. That was our least competitive game for sure. And I think it sucks because the 49ers, I honestly picked them. I know they were like a big underdog, but I was like, I think they could find a way with their coaching and this and that. But I feel like the year finally just caught up to them.
It definitely did.
Yeah, and I thought, 2 weeks ago, when they played them, I was like, they might not have shown everything they have in the bag. They know they're going to see this team again or whatever. But it was just more of the same. So that was really kind of harsh. But what did you think about that game before we move on to the other game that day?
Yeah, I feel like definitely what you had mentioned. They were just trying. It kind of sucked. Obviously last week with Kittle going down in the second quarter. And like you said, man, everything just finally catching up with them. The fact that they were able to be this competitive and get as far as they did with like third string players at so many different positions. You know what I mean? Just again goes to show how talented this coaching staff is. And then too, I say all the time, we can't look at a team from 1 year to the next, right? The Seahawks are easily the best team in the league right now. Truly, that defense is monstrous, dog. They are. I mean, the number one defense in the league. They're phenomenal.
And especially at home.
Exactly, best run defense. You know what I mean? But they used to be really easy to kind of pass. The pass defense was their worst, their Achilles heel, if you will, and they've nipped that in the butt. You can't even pass on them no more. You know what I mean? They're just all around good. And then obviously Sam Darnold, he's had a great year so far. And the best part about it, I think, right now is going into the postseason hot. He's able to spread the ball around than more people than just Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they got what's the other receiver's name from the Rams from last year? Cooper Kupp. They got him really involved in that game last couple of days ago too. So that's a scary team, man. It's a very, very scary team. They're going to be really hard to beat, especially at home. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But 49ers, hats off to them. They got really, really far with the team. And I know they were just trying to get to that NFC Championship game, hoping they could get Warner back, hoping they could get Bosa back. And it wasn't enough, and they got absolutely just handled. They lost CMC in that game too. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you lose your biggest weapon. No real receivers anymore aside from Juan Jennings, maybe, who's been playing the entire season, beat up. But yeah, man, hats off to them. I mean, they're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Going into next year, and they'll probably revamp and move some pieces around and hopefully get stronger. But like you said, I think Pop said it. They just ran out of juice. You know what I'm saying? It was, you can only go so long with guys playing second and third string in a lot of positions, especially key ones. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I saw a lot of stuff when people were saying like, "Oh, we don't want to hear nothing about, them missing this person, missing that person." But I'm like, those are super key positions. You know what I'm saying? Like on the defense, those are the guys who force mistakes from the quarterback, get to the quarterback. Offensive weapons you don't have, in catching the ball in key moments, third down.
Yeah.
What Christian McCaffrey did all year. He was this close for having his second, thousand season again. So we don't have all your guys. Like that definitely makes a difference. But
yeah,
man, that's a lot. Definitely a lot.
Definitely. I want to welcome Derpy to the show. He said, "So, gentlemen, something is bugging me. So, I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to check that out in a second as we move over to college football. I see your comments, so we will come back to that for sure. But yeah, like you were saying, obviously Kelly is a Niners fan. She said wouldn't call it a good game. Pops was saying they just ran out of gas. But interesting. This one, Pop says Darnold is Seahawks' weakness. Rams will win this game for sure." And it's interesting because he's like their weakness, but he's a strength as well. Like,
yeah,
I can't see Geno Smith doing this same thing with this team, right? If they would have re-signed him, and that was their A plan,
not even close. Yeah.
So I do got to give Sam Darnold credit, but kind of like he was with the Vikings last year, he's obviously buoyed by a great team and a great defense.
Oh yeah.
But like if the lights get too bright, will he kind of have that moment again? I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be a really good game though. Rams Seahawks. So I am excited about that one. So let's talk about let's stay in the NFC, I guess. Rams Bears is the other one. Obviously, the Rams did win to advance in overtime. I just want to, we thought the Rams were going to win. They were the more experienced or seemingly more experienced team. But this Bears team, man, that's a great turnaround. And Caleb Williams obviously has the physical tools, but he still doesn't have everything together. But man, they did look pretty scary, and hats off to them for continuing to stay in these games late. That fourth down throw to kind of tie the game was ridiculous. But I love how Caleb Williams, he's still young enough and kind of ignorant enough to have the audacity to just run backwards and be I'm just gonna launch. I know I can get there. And I was telling Pops the other day that I still do think there's an element to his arm that sometimes DBs, they don't think that they're like, oh, he's that far away, he's falling back. I'm in range, and he'll still throw it past him. And you know how that is, where it's certain guys, it's okay, well, where he's at and he's moving backwards, I got this guy covered, and he has the arm to kind of get it out there. It's pretty dope to see. But the Rams moving on as expected, but they need to get their act together because they've been just kind of squeaking by. They go from being super locked down to just giving it up left and right. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on that game really quickly, and then we'll talk previews later.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I completely agree with everything that you had said and mentioned. It's funny. I know Pop said that the Rams are gonna beat the Seahawks, but I'm not 100% sure. They barely squeaked past the Panthers again. They barely squeaked. I mean, we're talking about an interception that really cost the Bears the game. He doesn't throw the interception. They're field goal.
For the field goal.
Yeah, they're going for the field goal, man. So I'm not 100% positive they are going to beat the Seahawks. Now, I do think they are. I don't know why. I just have this feeling that Stafford's supposed to be in the Super Bowl again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's going to get a shot at the second one. But we're talking about who has the better team. It's the Seahawks, and to me, it's by far. It's not even close in my opinion. So we'll see. But I do see what Pops is saying that Bradford is kind of their weakness, but like you said, he's also kind of their strength too. All he has to do is just continue to play how he's playing, and the team itself will do the rest.
Yeah.
But as far as the Bears go, man, they did everything right. When they drafted Caleb Williams last year, they got him all the pieces. DJ Moore, they got Roma Dunes, they got Colston Loveland this year, Burden. Like they have two great running backs. They finally established a run game. Even with what I would say the offensive line is way better, but it's still not tremendous. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're able to run the ball with that offensive line still, which we know with Johnson, with Ben Johnson and Bethel, they're going to continue to get better on the offensive line. And then year two, you get the right coach, and you see a full 180 turnaround. You know what I'm saying? So, I think they're in position to be good for a long time. You know what I mean? Especially with this young core of guys that they have. So, shout out to the Bears, man. It's fun. It's fun when teams like this that are a part of just so much kind of culture from the NFL in general are kind of like back on top or good again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it too. Another thing I like real quick as we're moving through this NFL talk is it's time to make the panel full again. We got our brother Marcus in the building, so we got to give a special say like a champ welcome to our brother. What's good,
man? Gang?
I don't do no special stuff. I apologize, y'all. I've been away, man. It's been
you're good, bro. Just glad you're back, man.
Yeah. It's all love over here, but we know you're busy. You work like 3.5 full-time jobs or something like that. So, but what's good with you, real quick? You doing good?
Good, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. So it's a full day. When I leave here, I'm doing something else, but I have to step in, guys. I don't know. I don't think I've been on since the new year, man. So. Get up on you.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it for sure. And we were just talking about the Bears and the Rams, but what do you think about Caleb Williams' year? How are you feeling about him?
Well, I think you guys know how big I've been on Caleb Williams throughout the year. I think he's a great quarterback. He's we all know he's a little weird, but I think all the guys who's really good, they're gonna be like that. But I think his ceiling is high. The post game they beat the Packers, how he was talking, how he was giving the coach credit on who he is, you know what I'm saying? So that was real big because he really don't talk like that. So to see him be expressive like that, it shows a lot. They're gonna be some real glue there, And I heard you guys talking about he got the pieces there. I don't feel like he has the pieces there yet. DJ Moore is cool, but we see what happened on our last play. So I don't think DJ Moore was a big fan of him last year. But I think this year he kind of got the ball a lot. He likes him. But I think DJ Moore is a good receiver. I think he's a number 2 receiver. I think he needs a number 1 receiver over there. And I like Swift too, but I think he needs a real good running back over there. You know what I'm saying? I think he get that. And he don't have to be a star, but maybe a 1-2 punch type of thing. I think it'll be good. But you need a star receiver over there with him. And the tight ends are pretty good. I like the tight end. The defense solid. So I think there'll be a problem in that division for a while. But Caleb Williams, he's a star. They're gonna have to pay him real soon. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a second-year guy. That pass he threw, he wants that back. I think he had 3 picks a game, right?
Yeah.
So I think overall, I think we're gonna see a Patrick Mahomes type of guy from him. He's gonna have his own style. People hate when he runs the sideline and throws the ball, but that's his thing, and he's accurate with that. So, but overall, I think Caleb's gonna be a solid quarterback for a long time. And he's gonna get paid.
Yeah, I agree. Just seeing some comments coming in. Weston says Caleb needs to work on routine throws and accuracy. He figures that out. Look out. And it's true. He's sometimes better on the dynamic throws, and then the standard stuff. He's just like kind of not sticking to his fundamentals.
It's almost like it's funny, when he was first coming in, he was getting a lot of Patrick Mahomes comparisons, and he's got the arm talent and the arm strength to make everything that Patrick Mahomes does, but just not the discipline yet. He gets the discipline and accuracy locked down. Like I think we'll be able to compare him, man. Like he, a lot of people don't like hearing that because Pat's won 3 Super Bowls, but the kid's really good, man. Some of the throws he makes, I'm just like absolutely amazed. You know what I mean? Yeah. For someone being so young, but he's got a while to go and some hardware to win, but. Yeah, man, we were talking about just overall just quarterback talent. Like he's up there. He's gonna be up there.
Yeah. And the difference between them two, though, the difference between Patrick Mahomes and him, he came in being great. He came in Heisman Trophy winning. So did he win Heisman Trophy?
Yeah,
he does.
He won. So, but Patrick Mahomes didn't come in like that. Patrick Mahomes came a seeker. You know, so I think that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I think Patrick Mahomes put that work in to get where he at. He had to work to get there. You know, I think Caleb came in talented. So it's a little difference there. You know, I think. But I think, yeah, but I think it's gonna be hard to be a Patrick Mahomes. That's a hard to beat like him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think he might get one in them. He can get one Super Bowl in him, but he's that good of a quarterback. He can take over a game. But I think that game, he gonna feel it. It's gonna make him a better quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like we say accuracy. Yeah, I think he can be more accurate. But that pass he threw, like, that was a pretty dope pass, you know, going backwards like that. So
super dope to see. I love that. All right, so that's the NFC matchup. Yeah, Seahawks Rams. That's going to be a third time those teams playing, but in Seattle, that'll be interesting. And yeah, Weston says Stidham versus Darnold is not the matchup we need. Yeah, we got to talk about that. The Broncos will be going against the Patriots on the AFC side. Broncos taking out the Bills. Had to go to overtime, even though the Bills had a lot of turnovers. But that was crazy. Bo Nix leads the team down for their game-winning field goal, and actually breaks his ankle on like the second to last play or third to last play.
Yeah.
So it came out afterwards. That's a big blow because I feel like they're not the same team, obviously, without Bo Nix. But I don't want to assume anything. But that just makes me feel more swayed towards the Patriots going back to the Super Bowl in that one. But
was he limping?
So not really. Yeah, but I guess he said he felt something. He went back to the huddle. He actually like ran it on the next play, I think it was. And then
I'm just trying to figure out if he really not gonna play. I'm just trying to see.
No, he already has
surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Because it was
he out.
Yeah. So
maybe it was adrenaline, then that's why he didn't feel it. Maybe.
Exactly. That's what they're saying. Yeah, adrenaline. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he went through the whole post game interview and stuff like that too, and was like, this and that. But I guess he said he felt a little something.
Because they hit my phone right after the game. I'm like, he just did an interview. He's fine. I said maybe it's fake, but he had surgery already. That's
yeah. So they're already talking about like
I gotta go see that play. I gotta see that play and see what. I don't know. That seems fishy, man.
Very weird, but that definitely doesn't tank their chances altogether. But that definitely hurts them.
It's over, brother.
Yeah, because you got Stidham against the Patriots. They're gonna know exactly what to do against him.
The Patriots are a pushover. Right? That's a
not to mention, I kind of like Anthony was saying. NFL don't want Stidham in the Super Bowl. Patriots gonna win this game. Patriots definitely gonna win this game.
Is Tom Brady doing the game? Do you guys know who's doing the game?
Tom Brady gonna suit up. He gonna suit up for the.
He could do it.
Broncos.
so he can't do regular games. That's the only game he can't do.
Right. But he still gets to be in the mix for all the other games. So I wonder. I don't know if the Super Bowl is on Fox. It'll probably be Tom Brady, but that would be crazy if they're talking about obviously the connections the whole time with the Patriots. But we'll see. Weston says anybody but the Donkeys. I'm really hoping it's the Rams again, but they do have a tall order against the Seahawks. So we'll see.
Seahawks ain't losing that game, man.
Yeah. The other game we didn't talk about yet, Patriots Texans. I mean, I think this was kind of as expected, but my big question is, like, is it time to look past CJ Stroud for the Texans, or like, is he part of the problem?
Oh man, he had a great year last year. He just
he didn't. You gotta go back. He did not have a great year last year. The Texans as a whole, like that defense is just so good, dog. He hasn't had a good season since his rookie year.
He had a good year. This is his third year.
This is third year.
Yeah, his rookie season was phenomenal, but he's been all the way downhill since then.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to run on the parade. You guys gotta go back. It's not good.
So the year he told Caleb, like, "Hey, come on, don't be
try to stun him."
Yeah.
That's when he had a good year. That was last year, right?
No, that was at the beginning of last year. It was after his rookie year, so that's how I felt like why he was trying to stun him. Because then that was Caleb coming in as a rookie. But he's definitely come down to earth. And my thing is like when he was out this year and they played Davis Mills, like they were fine. Like they were even almost better because they were more consistent.
They were better.
And that's sad to say, but
not almost. They were the offense was way better.
All they need is a game manager. Like just chill, make the throws you need to make, and that's it. But Stroud, I think, has the higher ceiling, but for some reason it's like it's not working.
I think the thing that bothers me the most though is like he looks. You remember a couple of years ago when Sam Darnold was still on the Jets and they were giving him that hard time and he was like, "I'm seeing ghosts out there." Like, bro, like Stroud's face lately, like it's not something's not clicking for him anymore. And granted, it's like you have this, 2 years of film on him now, but it's like when you see him out there, the mistakes that he's making, the interceptions that he's throwing, one to get like the divisional game or whatever it was, not divisional game, the wild card game, he had 4 fumbles, 5 total turnovers. And then this game, he's got 4 interceptions, something like that, and like another fumble or something like that. And like, it's just he's not. He looks like he doesn't belong out there. Like they put a different dude with dreads in his uniform. Like that's actually how bad he's looked, dog. Like, and I've been kind of saying all year, like they're lucky they have this defense, like this defensive. I mean, even in the game, the wild card game, right? Like when they beat the Steelers, like 30-something to 6. I think they scored more defensive touchdowns than they did offensive ones. You know what I'm saying? And like, and the Steelers defense, it wasn't great. Like people have been scoring on them all year. So I don't know what's going on, but like he's like, I don't know why. I just feel like somehow he's gonna get his coach fired. They're gonna waste that defense if he doesn't get it together. Like next season.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It's crazy.
It is.
I think it's still though. I don't know if it's time. That's why I was kind of curious what you guys think. It's like I still feel like he's got it in him, but yeah, they just need to get him back on track, just build up his confidence again or something.
Yeah, they might need a different offensive coordinator. Honestly, they might. I don't say they do, but that might be the route. It's like we got to figure out how we can get him back on track because everything else is flowing. I mean, we definitely got to figure out how they can get him back on track. I think they still have at least one more year before they have to really start thinking about, okay, it's time for a quarterback in the draft. Yeah, because he has shown promise, but these last 2 years have not been good.
We'll see. That'll be tough. Next question. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but I wanted to talk about the coaching carousel and the coaching openings now. And there's been some hirings, but did you guys think that Sean McDermott, the Bills coach, deserved to be fired?
Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah. It's time for some. I wish it could be another term than fired. It just got to move on, Like I think he did his thing, but he just couldn't get him over the hump. And I think maybe the players ready for somebody else to come in there too. It just needs something else to get him over. He's a cool coach, but I just think he had too many years not to at least get to the Super Bowl. So they had, and it's a semi-scapegoat too. They got to do something to get this thing going. So overall, I think he's a good coach. I think he'll get another job. I don't think it'll be another head coaching job for a little while. But I think if he want to coach again, I think he'll be somewhere a team as a defense coordinator, something like that. But I just think they need somebody. Josh Allen need an offensive coordinator. He needs somebody like that to get them guys over the hump. So
yeah,
but I think it was a scapegoat a little bit too. So they got to do something.
Right.
All that crying wasn't necessary either, but I don't like that kind of stuff. I think this generation is they different, man. Like we ain't doing. I know you supposed to say men can cry. We can, but some stuff you don't do on camera. I just didn't like that.
I said the same thing. I was telling my boy the same thing. Just in that regard, I was like, I would have skipped. Like you make enough money. I wouldn't have gone out there. Plus, we talk about all the time. Stop interviewing players after huge losses.
It's tough because then it's like, and then they want to ask you the silliest questions. It's like, how does that make you feel? It's like, what do you think I feel like?
Yeah. You see these tears coming down. I would have skipped it. Take the fine, dog.
All that
trying to get it back.
Yeah, he
take the fine.
I do agree with you. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. You a lineman. You definitely be crying. I can't take you serious, bro. If I'm a defensive lineman next year, I'm like, I'm teasing you the whole game. Like,
yeah.
I do some stuff you can use against you, man. I understand you can express yourself, but some stuff, it just have a tear come down. That's cool, but the face and all that is too much.
Yeah.
I do think he was McDermott was a little bit of a scapegoat. I do agree with Marcus on that aspect. He's the winningest coach of the last 6 years, even more so than Reed, and primarily because of the season that the Chiefs had this season. But I don't like how he got fired, but the GM didn't, and he got promoted. Like, not only did he not get fired, he got promoted. And I don't like that because I feel like don't get me wrong, Josh Allen did not have a good game. He played horribly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did not play well. I think they need to get him some play. After Diggs, after they let Diggs go, and just some other guys, like
They should have never got let go.
No, for sure, 100%. Well, they should have did what they could have done to keep him, and they didn't go out and do anything for him. You know what I mean? Like you've got two decent tight ends. James Cook obviously is phenomenal, but he's not a receiver. You know what I mean? Like all of the starting wide receivers on this team are your third receiver on most. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but again, I will say this: he could have played better. Like Josh he shouldn't have to try to be the hero in every single game, throwing the ball into triple coverage, just trying to make something happen. But he also can't do that, right? So you could put the blame on this game, even though a lot of people don't want to, on him. The same way they would have put it on Lamar. You know what I mean? Like that people were talking about Lamar like crazy last year, and he only threw 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh threw 4. So I don't know.
I also feel like if Josh Allen had Andy Reid or Sean McVay or just a quarterback coach, I think I feel like he'll be a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he didn't have that. He had different head coach. I just think he needs one of those. I want to see him win that system, like a system like that. How he will do, So,
and the crazy part about it too, Marcus, is I kind of feel almost the same way about the Ravens with Harbaugh. I also agree with what you said. It was kind of time, right? Like sometimes it's just kind of time for a like revamp, if you will. Yeah, exactly. But kind of like with Harbaugh too, it's like yes, definitely time for a mix up and change up. But who better? I don't think there's anybody out there right now except Dable, because that was arguably Josh Allen's best years when Dable was the offensive coordinator, but that was offensive coordinator, not head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I thought they were gonna bring him back. Like I thought they were gonna keep McDermott and bring Dable back. And then next day it was like McDermott's been let go, and I was like, dang, that's all right. So I'm thinking Dable does get the job there. But I know we're getting ready to go into the coaching carousel a little bit more, but I don't know. I still think they need a little bit more help. But it was I don't know. There's a lot of bad things from that game from the Bills side altogether.
Altogether, yeah. I just wonder if like Harbaugh is thinking like, dang, should I have waited for that job? Like, would that job have been better? Would you rather go to the Bills or the Giants? The way they're set up right now.
Right now,
yeah.
I guess it depends.
To me, I feel like the AFC is a little bit weaker, and he's more familiar with the AFC. That might be an easier transition, but I don't know. I was just curious what y'all thought about that.
Yeah, it's tricky because, I'm not going to compare Jackson Dart to Josh Allen. I'm not going to do that. Josh Allen's still a phenomenal quarterback. But we talk about talent-wise, young core. The Giants roster is really nice.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Even on the defensive side, they got some hoopers. They got Tibbs on that side. They got Brian Burns on that side.
Bill Carter, the
nice little upcoming cornerback on that side. Like they got a lot of talent on that team. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors, Scat, Jackson Dart.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Our resident Say Like a Champ GM Anthony Weston has some insider. So they said McDermott told the GM and the owner the roster wasn't good enough in season, and apparently that didn't go well. But Pop says he was right. I think it is true. He was right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were just like, dude, you got to make this work, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only person they brought in was Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
He was
part of that big play. He was part of that big play itself. Yeah. That's crazy. All right. The other head coaching, though, so there was a total at one point of 10 out there. 6 are still open, but 4 have been filled. You got Harbaugh to the Giants, Stefanski to the Falcons, Jeff Fafley to the Dolphins, who is like the Green Bay's defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then Robert Saleh today got hired by the Titans.
That's for sure. He went there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's official.
So
poor Count Ward.
I know, right? Because he ain't getting no offensive help. Hopefully they get I think that'd be dope if they hooked him up with Mike McDaniel. They just have a weirdo, crazy offensive coordinator and a really hard-nosed defensive coordinator.
That would work.
Yeah, it would.
That would be tight.
He's another one. I don't think McDaniel's gonna get a head coach job right away. Maybe in the future, but not right away. I think.
I think he's got to step back to that and really go hard on that again. Yeah, we'll see. Unk says Falcons made a mistake. It's interesting because the Browns are kind of like the same. They're kind of like the NFC.
Oh, they're very much the same.
Yeah, so. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Not really, y'all. They've been in Super Bowl the last 10 years twice, man, or 15 years.
Yeah, but I think, what I'm getting at though is roster. Their rosters are built up the same. Really good defense, great running back, and then kind of questionable at the quarterback position for the last couple of years. Plus, I think the Falcons organization is just way better than the Browns. But that's what I mean about like their makeup is kind of the same, and I think Stefanski's going to run the Falcons the same. I think the reason why I don't like the hire, though, I just don't feel like Stefanski is right for Atlanta.
But how you get fired? Like you didn't do a good job, and then you get hired that quick. So it has to be some inside stuff with that because that was a quick hire to go there.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna have to win there quick. I think if he ain't doing nothing the half the year, I think he's gonna get let go.
Right, because I think Raheem Morris only got. Well, he got 2 years, I guess, but still,
he
was
they were waiting. Everybody was waiting for Harbaugh. Everyone was waiting to see where Harbaugh was going to go. And then as soon as Harbaugh got, the job in New York, then basically I think that Stefanski was like their next best person, I guess, for them. But I don't know. I like Marcus said, like Marcus always says, like there's some background noise. They know something that we don't know because like I thought that was just a weird hire for me. I was not expecting him to go to Atlanta.
It's so true though. It is kind of weird and how sometimes these guys get fired, they don't do well, but like you said, Marcus, like that impression of them is still like, oh, that's a hot commodity. Like we got to go get him. It's like he wasn't doing nothing over there. So
So you said it's 10 spots open and on 4 filled up so far?
Yeah, so
6 open?
So the 6 open, you got Cardinals, Steelers, Raiders, Ravens, Browns, and Bills now. And so I was going to ask you, Marcus, because we were kind of talking about this over the last couple of weeks. Where would you want to coach? Based on how the rosters. Nowhere cold. I feel that.
For real.
I think of them for the Cardinals is the best one right now. But then you come here, but you don't know what quarterback you're gonna have. The team, they like the culture. Like whoever gets this job, it's gonna be hard because the culture here is a losing culture. Yeah. And it's like it's gonna have to be like a player coach, somebody type of player come here. It's gonna be somebody who's maybe in the valley or something like. It's gonna have to be
some rah-rah.
It's a hard place because the division gonna be solid next year.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks is going around.
All the teams in the division won 12 games except for your team. So
there's some job you get. You like, hey, I think the only person who did a great job, get like a Cardinal job, is Campbell from the Lions. Going to the Lions, like, why would you go there? But he changed the culture of that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not an easy thing to do. And he's a player. You know what I'm saying? They respected him because he played. So I think it's gonna have to. Oh, see, we on the same page because
on the same page with you.
I feel like you're gonna turn that thing around, and it's like the owners not gonna really support you. They just hear. I don't think they even love the Cardinals. I think they just whatever.
It's a money.
We happen to be owners.
They're like as long as we keep,
Yeah.
So,
it's actually really funny, Marcus. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. And we were saying like, whichever coach goes to the Cardinals, it has to be a guy like Dan Campbell or a dude like Vrabel, someone who's going to bring like a real culture. Like it's so funny you just said it because we literally said this a couple of weeks ago. Like it has to be a guy like that. It can't be another regular coach.
And the other person that's not a player that didn't play, but he didn't play in the league, but he can help. They give him free reign to come here is Mike Tomlin. But I don't think Mike Tomlin gonna go. I think Mike Tomlin gonna go to TV for a little bit. Then he'll come. Yeah, but I think he can come here and like but he came from a situation 19 years. That wasn't an easy job. That was a struggle. Like where his dad, the team. Yeah, you had to go through Antonio Brown. You had to go through Bell, all those, and Ben left and bringing in Aaron Rodgers. So it's like a lot on him. You can't see it, but he went through a lot in his body. And they come now. You're gonna leave there. They come to the Cardinals. That's gonna be too tough. He might have a heart attack, man. So, but I think his mindset and who he is, he can change it. But that's gonna be a lot of work for that guy, man. I think he need a break for a little bit and then come here. But
I loved. I feel like the last good head coach they had was what's his name? Daryl Green, right? Or no, who was it? They are who we thought they were.
That's Green. That's Dennis Green.
Dennis Green. Dennis Green.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the last time that they had somebody that was like, "Yo, we're gonna be serious about this. Like, we're gonna try to go hard. Like, we gotta, kind of have at least a level of accountability." Like,
well, I wouldn't say it was him. It would be the person who took him to Super Bowl, though, right? Is it Wisdom took him to Super Bowl?
He was no. Who was the chin? Was the former? Who was that? Yeah, I think it might have been Wisdom Hunt.
Yeah, Wisdom took him to Super Bowl.
I think it was Wisdom Hunt too.
But AB, he wasn't a bad coach, right?
True.
Not AB. What's his name? What was the coach? Like I said, his face.
Me too. I know you're talking about too. You know
the glasses.
Kind of chunk. Wait.
With the little fedora.
What's his
chunky white dude?
Look him up. What's his,
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. BA. Yeah. I think he was a great, but like another time was up. He had too many chances to get there. But I think he had Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer was a safe guy. He wasn't going to do too much, too less. You get what you get. So
that's true.
But that's gonna be a hard job, man. Who take a job? It's like you're coming in to lose. So
right. But at least it's like hopefully you can be impressive enough to where it's like, let me at least get 3 years, 4 years. Give me a chance to really turn around because it ain't gonna happen overnight. That's for sure.
The key thing you're gonna have to come in there. Whoever comes in there, you gotta do it right away. You gotta make Marvin Harrison Jr. You gotta make him the guy. You gotta make him feel like he can, because he got a talent, but he just don't have the support. I don't think so. You gotta come in and support that guy and get him going. To be a star. Because to me, he should have He should have 1,000-yard receiving, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, he was too good to be who he is. And
then the second wide receiver, I'm blanking on his name right now. He came in and had a dope year when Marvin Harrison was out. Yeah. So it's like you got to kind of like be like, yo, if this dude,
it's a motivation thing. I know it is.
Yeah,
it's mental too, though.
Because the thing is, Marvin Harrison Jr. If you remember, like he had some really like he was turning up before he got injured. And then when he got injured, like you said, then Adrian Wilson came in and just started like tearing shit down. You know what I mean? But I think it's an attitude thing. I think they almost have like a Caleb Williams, DJ Moore type issue for some reason. I don't know what it is, but when I don't know why. I just feel like Kyler Murray just don't rock with him. You know what I mean? Like it's weird.
I want to welcome Flash Movie Trivia to the show. I think first time commenter maybe.
I like that.
Yeah.
Arizona got 2 problem stars, Kyler and Marvin. They need to shrink as a head coach. Maybe that's what
it's mental, man.
Somehow.
Yeah,
but I feel like you can't. I don't think you can do it. Yeah, but he can't because the contract, right? He can't get.
They can get him out of there if they need to. They're just gonna have to eat some money or try to trade him.
Okay.
I don't know what his stock
is. He has to go though, bro. He can't. You can't be there no more. He got to go. Maybe send him to Pittsburgh. I think he might do okay in Pittsburgh.
I agree.
Send him out there, man. So,
also Flash said nowhere cold. Bro just wants to turn up for the Super Bowl. Pop said McDermott to Arizona would turn them around. That would, and maybe that'd be like a pretty solid job for him.
I agree.
But you can't expect the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he
don't talk enough
out there.
He don't talk about.
You got to be kind of outspoken.
Yeah. I think it's funny because Ant said Mike we brought this up, Mike McCarthy. And the funny thing is, it's like I know y'all don't like him because y'all relation to the Cowboys, but I mean he was successful in Green Bay. He was successful with y'all.
He's not a culture changer though. That's all I'm saying. You gotta change this whole you gotta come in that dominant, telling Bidwells, hey, I got this, I'm doing this.
Yeah. Well, he's not gonna do that based on what he did with the Joneses. But at the same time, maybe he's a transitional guy. Give him the job for 3 years to stabilize some things, and then go find your guy to go.
If you want to bring him as a coordinator, he could be a coordinator. I think he'll be a dope offensive coordinator. Yeah, do that, but not no head coach.
He would do that though. He would come in there, change them around, and then they need a coach to get them over the hump. Though he would come in and start. They'd be winning games for sure.
He says to take a bad team to decent. Maybe that's all they need for right now.
Well, I'm gonna put this out there. I know it might not happen, but I'm gonna put this my last put out there. I would go get Nick Saban. Nick Saban had a little break. He had a break, you know what I'm saying, from college. You on TV. He could be a culture changer. I think he might not be in there rolling, but I think he could come here and they would respect him. I think they would.
Well, of course.
I think in the back of his mind somewhere he's got to want another shot at the NFL just because of how it didn't go well for him.
Yeah,
And he can do it, man.
And not very many coaches have won at both levels. I think only like Pete Carroll, maybe one Jimmy Johnson, but that might be it.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he's already to go to college football. So
for sure.
we'll see. All right, but that's the NFL. We kind of went hard on that one, which is dope. I guess really quickly, Miami, Indiana. Let's talk about that before we move, because we can talk about everything else later. Miami hung in there, but Indiana was just a team of destiny this year. I guess I don't know how else to say it. First ever time 16-0, which is pretty cool. Because obviously added more games for the college football.
Exactly.
Yeah, they went pretty hard, but I still feel like Miami's back. I still feel like they represented well, and at least they didn't get blown out like everybody else did.
Oh yeah,
everybody been blown out, but they stood their ground. It looks good the first half. They came out, they made adjustments and got it. But as a people see that play, and people don't realize how hard play their last play was. If you look at that, I think that was in cover 2 man. I think that was in. So that play, it actually could have worked. But that cornerback was smart because he know they got to score a touchdown. If it was like a field goal, that play he's supposed to come up. The cornerback would come up and get that short route, but he didn't do that. So when you see it, the quarterback is looking at the safety the whole time. He's thinking, "Oh, if he go up, I got him." And he seen him do that, but he forgot about the cornerback. The cornerback went back and he threw it. You can see he was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like immediate reaction.
He made a smart play because like I said, he knew the whole time he wasn't going down at the route. He knew the whole time, I'm gonna go. He coming here, and that play, that cornerback comes up. I think the man wins that game. But like I said, as a quarterback, you can see that. You're not really seeing that. It's crunch time. The time running out. I'm looking at safety. If he bites, I got him, and he bit. But he didn't see that cornerback come up. I was like, I seen the whole time. I was like, oh, he didn't see the corner coming back, man. So. But overall, it was a great national championship game. It wasn't a blowout. It was competitive, And I think that Indiana head coach, he's swaggy, man. Like I like that dude, man. Like he said he was gonna do it, and he did it, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, when he beat Ohio State, he had already won.
He was like,
it was over.
I'm good.
It was over. Yeah, the way he beat them. Yeah, it was dope.
And it is dope that he did that in a 2-year turnaround. But he was smart too. He did. But he talks a lot about I don't have they talk a lot about they don't have the 5 stars, but they went out and got their average age is they got all the 3 stars that played 2-3 years at major colleges and had experience and brought them in. He created himself a little team of a little dope little team.
Yeah. So I give the quarterback some credit too. That quarterback, he's tough. You know what I'm saying? The Ohio State game, they hit him late and they killed the guy. And then last night, 3 plays on one drive, they killed my guy and they didn't call nothing. So I think that shows him his drafts. I think winning a Heisman and mental toughness like that because they can take you out of the game. And for him to run and score, still he ain't timid. It showed a lot about him. I think his stock went up after that game last night, though. So
I do agree because especially in college, at the college level, most of the time you start hitting guys, you start being that physical with guys. They're going to start missing the easy throws. They're going to start getting a little nervous. They're going to start, just like we were talking about earlier with CJ Stroud. But he was like, I'm good for this. He was ready for the moment. Pop said Indiana is not a football school. A couple bad plays and a couple missed calls. Game could have gone the other way. It's true. It was a good game though. Miami too conservative. I think that they did wait until once they were down 10, all of a sudden that offense opened up. But the whole first half, they weren't really doing too much with their offense. They were just kind of knocking away with the run game. So that was interesting. But that was kind of tough. But it was a good one. If it was been a blowout, I would have been pissed. That's all I was hoping for.
A great game, though. It really was.
Yeah. So we'll get into next year's college football already because there's the portal going on, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I think even if Indiana's run is done, which who knows how it'll be, because obviously college. That's what I love about college too. They got to reload every single year. It changes from year to year. It's hard to be that dominant for a long time, but we'll see how Indiana does. But either way, Homeboy's gonna get a statue over that, like already. Like what he did in like 2
Got
years.
to.
He's good in the hood forever. Like if he doesn't, he can get his raises. Like he's good. Like he probably doesn't have to leave to go anywhere if he doesn't want to, and he can just kind of start building from there. And that's pretty dope that he's kind of tried to make it into a destination because 3, 4, 5 years ago, nobody's like, oh, I want to go to Indiana. Like even in the game, I don't mean to throw some shade, but even in the game last night, they kept talking about this guy wasn't recruited by Miami. This guy wasn't recruited by Miami. And the players kept bringing up to him, like, I know you salty because you still would have rather gone to the U. You know what I'm saying? But that was pretty funny. Pop says, congratulations to Indiana, but the U is back. Weston said, so is that team on the level with 2020 LSU, 01 Miami, 04 USC, 05 Texas? I don't think so. I don't think so, but it was still a great accomplishment for sure. But yeah, those teams that you named, Weston did a great job naming off some teams right off the rip that were all-time teams that I would take against this Indiana team probably. Yeah. Because they had because these were squads and they had the star power too. So we'll see. I don't know, but that's some good ones. Yeah. I don't know if it was best ever, but that was still that's one for the ages, especially where Indiana's coming from. So.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. Let me see if we got any other questions in here. I know I missed some comments, but like we always say, we appreciate the comments and the banter, and especially because you guys amongst yourselves are going back and forth a little bit and kind of keeping the discussion going. So love that. I think though, yeah, like we were talking about, the Super Bowl squares coming up. Actually, let's do predictions really quickly for this weekend. So Seattle versus the Rams. Who y'all got?
Seattle. 28-17.
Dang, everybody going Seattle. I feel bad for moms. I gotta be rooting for the Rams, but somehow I feel like that Seattle crowd and that defense is just pretty nasty. I feel like it depends on how it goes early. As long as the Rams hang in, it's like a one possession game. I'm all for it. But if they start to get blown out, that's going to be tough to come back from.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Broncos Patriots. I know we talked about it, but what's your prediction for that game?
Patriots got that one, man. But you can't come out. Too. Don't come out thinking you won the game already, though. You gotta play because them guys they ain't no pushover, you know.
Right.
They were number one seed for a reason. So, I hope he don't have a great game because they don't like. Did we really Knicks? You know what I'm saying? Both Knicks. Did we really with all that? You know what I'm saying? So it could turn to what's the guy from the Eagles? Which young got hurt?
Yeah. Nick Foles.
Nick Foles came in there, man, took over that guy, man. So if they don't come in there and play a good game and win Super Bowl, it's gonna be trouble, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Oh, thank you, Kelly. She brought my attention back to the Lee Corso question from Derpy. So I got to go back to this one and find it. So this is what Derpy said was bugging him. With Indiana winning, does this mean Lee Corso is gonna die?
What does that mean? Because he ain't pick him.
Maybe he's like, I've seen it all now.
Oh, okay.
It might be because man, I don't know. I know he's up there. I'm trying to look and see. I'm trying to Google how old he is right now. We know he's off the show now. He's 90 years old.
Ooh.
I don't know, but that's funny, Derby. I hope not, but yeah, you never know. I feel like Coach has definitely slowed down, though. You know, you've seen the last couple of years on the show, he wasn't quite the same. But I know he coached at Indiana a long time ago too, so maybe that was his last wish. I don't know. We'll see. But I like that, Derby. That's funny. The other things we're going to talk about is LeBron's streak ending of not being an NBA All-Star starter, which I kind of
crazy, bro.
I agree with it on the one hand, but at the same time, on the other hand, I'm like, you get some honorary props in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find him a way somehow. But I hope the coaches put him on the All-Star team. Still, he's still obviously an All-Star, but
I don't know if he wants to. He didn't want to play last year.
Yeah, but he wants to keep the streak going.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is the closure of LeBron's.
I think so.
This is a big. Now you see LeBron, he's gonna start fading out, man. That's a big. Like, it was the first time. Like, he's been doing this forever.
Right.
And for me to look at that roster, I'm like, he ain't on a starter. It's like it's almost time to be running out, man. Even KD was KD a starter?
No.
So it's like Steph's still on there.
Steph's still on there. I mean, he's doing his thing, but yeah, 21 years in a row he was an all-star starter.
That's crazy, bro. That's all the time is on his way, man. He didn't woke up and he on the way to LA, man.
Right.
He been losing, but because LeBron been beating all the time, but I think it's about to be over with, man.
But he's undefeated. Yeah, he's never exactly like he's beating him for now, but Father Time is always going to come back at some point. I feel like this might be it too, but also I feel like part of me is like LeBron's ego going to let him go without having the whole like victory lap, because I know like how like when Kobe said, okay, this is my last time, then every stadium he went to for the last time they were like, oh, this or that. Or do you think LeBron would just like go for it, like just kind of just do a quick fade off? Like I feel like he's gonna want the attention.
He's gonna definitely want that.
Yeah.
That's LeBron,
oh, for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. So maybe one more year after this.
He has to because he
want Bryce to get in.
Bryce messing everything up right now.
True.
He's messing everything up. Not
messing
playing
up
right
the timetable.
Yeah. So I think LeBron gonna do it. I think he gonna play one more good year next year, and then that second he gonna do it then.
Yeah, which I still feel like it's crazy that we're talking about it like this, but at the same time, he's still like a top player in the NBA.
Yeah.
At his age, like it's not like he's like falling off, like barely hanging on.
No,
like, still putting those.
Yeah, like the guy like number 23, like was terrible his last couple of years. Terrible. Like it was hard to watch. And they say he's a GOAT. I don't know, man, but it was hard to watch. They even try to cheat from the All-Star game so he could get that. It didn't work. Thanks, Sean Marion, for that. Like it was terrible to watch. LeBron not gonna do that. That's what we know. It ain't gonna happen.
LeBron's still dropping tomahawks.
That's their GOAT, though, man. That's their GOAT.
That's good stuff. But yeah, Pop says,
"Did you miss me?"
Get out of popularity of not his play. Yeah, we still need to have that big debate.
We're not doing that, man. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. He's about to destroy me. I got a reputation to hold up, dog.
He's got all kinds of ammunition for you. But that's what's up. I think, yeah, that was the NBA story I definitely wanted to touch on. But I'm glad the NBA is going to start to get real. All-Star break after that is when it gets a little bit more real for us. And only a couple more weekends of football left, but some MLB moves. But we'll go over that because we got all some.
So in the playoffs, the AFC Championship is skipped this week. Is next weekend or is this weekend?
No, it's this weekend.
And then it skips for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be the Pro Bowl, flag football, whatever next weekend. So
I remember Pro Bowl used to be so dope, man. Like this.
Rest in peace, Sean Taylor. I think about him every time I think about the Pro Bowl and how it used to be.
And I don't lie, even though he's one of the all-time greats, he ain't play along. He had to hit old boy like that. That kicker, he had to do that, man. I'm just sorry.
Anytime, I'm not going to.
If he was still living, I would tell him that, dog. You got to do that. You have to do that, man.
I feel you. You took.
We in Hawaii, bro. We having fun, bro.
My family's here.
My family's here.
I made it as a kicker, bro.
Kids.
You gonna do me like that? That's
right?
Crazy, man.
That's funny. All right. Well, with that though, we'll go ahead and sign off. We'll jump up out of here. But appreciate all the love from the Slack family as always. We'll see y'all next week on episode 335. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, what's yours?
Taco Tuesday. We back.